Man, oh man, as you look around the world, there are so many distractions. And distractions, I believe, are knocking people off of their destiny, specifically students, right? And so in this video, I want to talk about how can we deal with distractions? Yes, I know we got YouTube, we got Facebook, we got Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, we got video games, we got extracurricular activities, we got friends and females and males and a lot of things are going on, right? So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to actually deal with distractions. I know we can't eliminate distractions, but how do we deal with distractions to reach our academic goals? I'm Kantis Simmons, and welcome to the Kantis Simmons Show. Hey, what's going on? I'm Kantis Simmons, and welcome to the Kantis Simmons Show. Listen, if it's your first time here, welcome. Make sure you subscribe. If you've been here before, seen some of my videos, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video, comment. Let me know what you think about this video. Even if you have some more content or topics that you want me to talk about, make sure you let me know down in the comments. I'm always checking the comments. Excuse me. Also, because you're here, I want to make sure you get a copy of my best-selling book, Play Your A Game. It's my way to say thank you for watching this video. And if you go over to playyouragamebook.com, my team and I will send you this book. And all we ask you to do is let us know where to send it. And then there's a small shipping and handling fee. All right? Play Your A Game book. Now, I bring this up because what I'm going to share today, I talk about this a little bit in this book. But I want to really dive into how to deal with distractions. How to deal with distractions. Now, here's one thing I do know. Distractions will come. Yeah, they're going to come. But successful students know how to deal with distractions. And I want to give you 4 things that I believe you can do that when a distraction comes and try to throw your day off, guess what? You are right there in the midst of it, but you know how to deal with it. All right, so here's how you deal with distractions. Number 1, I want you to practice something called mindfulness. Mindfulness. Now let's think about it for a second. Like, what's a distraction? Let's say, for example, you're trying to study some homework, or you're trying to work on a paper, or you're studying, and then the cell phone will ring. Or maybe you're studying and you see something on television pop up. So now you're trying to focus on what needs to be done, and then this distraction happens. And a lot of people will go to the distraction, and then now that distraction will take them down a certain road, and now you're procrastinating and you're getting all behind on your schedule, right? So in this mindfulness technique, what I simply want you to do is to be mindful of what you're doing, mindful of what you want to accomplish, and being mindful of the task at hand. So when a distraction comes, how do you deal with it? Take a deep breath. Take a moment to think about the goal at hand. Take a moment to focus on what you want to accomplish. Meditate on it. Start seeing yourself with the outcome. And don't let that distraction or any other distraction throw you off. You can even use this when weird things happen in your life, things that you don't expect, right? Like, how many times have you gone through the day and something weird will happen and then just throw your whole day off? Practice this mindfulness technique where you take a few deep breaths. You meditate on what needs to be done and know that the other situation is going to take care of itself, or you can deal with it later. All right? So that's the first thing I want to encourage you to do. A mindfulness technique. Breathe, meditate, reset yourself so you don't get distracted by the distractions. All right? Number 2, I want you to begin to set some boundaries. Set some boundaries. Now, what are setting boundaries, right? I want you to set some boundaries around technology and social media during your study sessions. There's a report that shows that young adults in college spend about 27 hours a week on video games, cell phones, and social media. I've been seeing in some cases where a student's screen time is more than the time they spend in school, right? So if we're going to really deal with distractions and really hit the grades and have a successful school year, we got to set some boundaries. For example, right? So I have my Apple Watch on, right? And I have to put it on do not disturb and focus mode. Because guess what? I could be in here working and I could get a chime. My cell phone is in the other room, right? It's turned off. Why? Because I got to set some boundaries, because I know that as I'm creating videos and helping you, I could get distracted by a cell phone, by a call or a text message or a ping, right? A chime. So what you want to do, you want to set some boundaries for yourself. Maybe you're a parent and you say, hey, to your son or your daughter, hey, when you come in the house from school, hey, give me your cell phone, collect all the cell phones, put them there in a basket. Or maybe during dinner time, no cell phones during dinner time, you put it there in the basket. Whatever the boundaries need to be set the boundaries. Around social media, you say, I only check social media at 6:30 a.m., 12:30 midday, 6:30 in the afternoon. Set a boundary. Because if you don't set a boundary, you already know what's going to happen, right? You've seen it happen over and over again, right? Listen, you got a smartphone, so begin to use the smartphone smartly so they don't end up distracting you off of your goals. All right, so number 1, mindfulness technique, mindfulness practices. Number 2, set some boundaries. Number 3, I want you to do something called time blocking. Time blocking. Now, what's time blocking? Time blocking is where you schedule a time, and within this time, you focus on that one thing. You block out time to do that one thing. For example, I know every single morning I meet my trainer at the gym now at 8:30 a.m., right? At 8:30 a.m. And so what that means is that I'm leaving the house at 8 o'clock. I'm preparing my beet juice. I'm taking my nutrients. And then I'm driving to the gym. And at 8:30 till like 9:30, 9:15, I have blocked out time. And the only thing I'm doing now is working on my physical fitness. What have you blocked out in your day to focus on? So now when you block out time to focus on something, you can also block out distractions. I'm locked in on physical fitness from 8:30 to 9:15. I'm not trying to send an email. I'm not trying to have a phone conversation with anybody. And you should do the same thing. So block out specific amount of time slots for you to study without interruptions. Block out specific time where you can read without interruptions. Maybe you are writing a report, or maybe you're doing something as a parent. Maybe you're doing something for work. Block out time, and the only thing you do in that time is do that thing, and all interruptions and all distractions are outside of that block of time. Okay? So number 1, mindfulness technique. Number 2, set some boundaries. Number 3, make sure that you block out time. And number 4, take time to prioritize your task. Now, I understand that there are some priorities that have a higher priority versus some that have a low priority, right? Here's what I want you to ask yourself. What are the high priorities that I can do today that will really move the needle towards me accomplishing my goal? Yeah, what's the top 3 things that you can do today? And if you do these 3 things today, you will have an awesome day. That's now taking the time to prioritize your task. So now let's do the high priority task first. Let's make sure that we eliminate distractions by let's get this thing done that needs to be done. Maybe you got a paper that's due. That's a high priority task. Now we work on that paper and eliminate everything else. Distractions will come. But you can minimize distractions by being super duper focused on that task. Now, what does focus look like? Focus looks like this. Focus looks like tuning in on one thing and focusing on that one thing and not being moved by anything else outside of that, but focus in this period of time on that one thing. Just like I'm staring you down, you want to stare down those subjects that you're studying. You want to stare down that paper that you're working on. You want to stare down that algebra and how you should go about learning it. And as you're staring that thing down and looking at it and focused on it, I don't care what happens outside of this, you're going to stay focused. Because believe it or not, distractions are destroying your school year. Hopefully you've enjoyed that, number one. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Number one, listen, make sure you use some mindfulness practices. Number two, make sure you set some boundaries. Number three, block out your time. Number four, prioritize those tasks. If you want more information like this, hey, definitely go over to playyouragame.book.com to get access to my best-selling book, Play Your A Game, How to Stay Motivated, Remain Focused, and Succeed in School and Life. My team and I'll send this over to you. Just take care of the small shipping and handling fee. And listen, be so kind to subscribe to this channel, share this video, comment down below. You know, don't be so stingy with this good old information, all right? Make sure you share it with somebody. And I want you to remember this. This will be your best school year ever. And by the way, I have some other cool resources and tools and videos that's going to help you go deeper. Watch these next videos. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.